Morning, it's Saturday morning and I'm off to the Bude Pride today. This has been the absolute week from hell. Same as last week, everyone's been dropping like flies. It's Corona! So I've ended up working 2 extra days this week, which is 24 hours of extra work. That might not sound like a lot to some people. It was really exhausting. I had to deal with lots of angry people and lots of obstructive departments all around the hospital and the community. The icing on the cake was an organisation which I don't want to name. Let's call them the Scary Fury Cancer Trust. In a nutshell, I've got a patient who is very poorly and we're trying to get them home to their family. But the people in Scary Fury are obstructing this simply because I couldn't fill out in a form what the patient's favourite toothbrush colour was and ridiculous things like that. Trying to sort out compassionate care for this patient, only for the Scary Fury team to obstruct it just for stupid bureaucratic reasons. Anyway, as you can probably tell, I'm not angry anymore. But how frustrating. No wonder people get with the system. Right, enough of that. Let's get ready to go to the Bude Pride event. And I've got all the essentials ready to go. My camera with a zoom lens, which isn't as big a zoom lens as it looks. Another lens just in case, a spare battery, some earphones because I get bored really quickly and I need to put my audiobook on, and the case that this camera comes in. Can I just add that I'm really hungry? I've run out of toast. I do know the recipe to make some more, but I'm starving still because I don't really have time to do it. That's me on my way down to Bude Pride now. As you can see, I've got my audiobook in, which is a tiny bit distracting, but I'm on my way. I've possibly gone the wrong way. I've only lived here for about 7 years, so it's still easy to get lost in a small town. It's got nothing to do with me having no sense of direction and everything to do with them keeping moving all the roads and buildings and everything around all over the place. Anyway, audiobooks are great. They teach me lots of big words which I don't actually understand, but I do like to use them because it makes me look a lot more photosynthesis. Being a Saturday morning, everyone's out playing golf. Not that I play golf, I kind of don't think it's my cup of tea, though I did try it once as a teenager. What I'd really like is archery golf. You could basically just set up little archery targets by where the flag is, and the rules would generally just all be pretty much the same, except with bow and arrow instead of golf ball and golf stick. For anyone who doesn't play golf, a golf stick is like a weird long metal pole with a weight on the end, which you use to bash the ball and make it fly forwards. Weird. Right, just behind me you can see everyone's starting to set up for the Bude Pride event. They're looking really good already, so I'm going to get the camera out and take some photos in a moment. But here everyone is setting up by the Bude Triangle. The actual triangle's empty, but there's lots of people around the peripheries, all set up in bright colours and looking fabulous. Well, it's a little bit on the loud side, so I'm hoping you can hear me through this microphone. Lots of traffic around. I've managed to find a tiny little spot where there aren't any other people, so hopefully it'll be a good spot to take some photos from. I'll give you a quick swirl around in a moment, and I think the parade is about to start to walk past this direction, so I'm going to take some pictures as they come past and then run across the bridge and try and get some pictures as they pass the next bit as well. And there we go. You can see there are quite a few people around. Obviously we're not in London, so anyone from London is undoubtedly going to be unimpressed. I suspect the same from other places like Brighton. But there are a good number of people for a small town out and watching. Nobody's being offensive or rude, so that's good. And this is my private little location in the middle of a mini roundabout. Anyway, we're just running a little bit behind the time when the parade's supposed to start, and I can see everything being set up. So I suspect that any moment now there's going to be a bit of action. And here they come in the distance. As you can hopefully see behind me, it's led by some flag bearers. It's looking good. Leading the way with some fantastic flag bearers, and then behind them the local Morris dancing team. When I first moved down south, I didn't actually believe Morris dancing was a real thing. I thought it was one of those made up things, like the way the Scottish people try and convince everyone that a haggis is a small furry animal. Anyway, Turns out it is completely real. Who'd have thought? And that was really pretty. I have to say, the local team have faced an embarrassing amount of local prejudice. I was quite disappointed with the town when I saw some of the things, but I'm really pleased with the number of people who've turned up and are showing their support, and actually a really fantastic community spirit. Really nice. So anyway, I'm running around, nipping across the bridge to try and catch them as they come around the corner towards the castle. Just nipping past Tamsin at the market. I'm trying to decide whether to go and say hello or whether I need to rush past. And I'm now set up down by the castle. As you can see, there's the road behind me there, which the parade's going to come up in a moment. There's also the police and the fire station. There's no police station, I don't know why I said that, but the fire engine's out, which is a really nice thing. There's the castle behind me now, just over that shoulder. I can't work out in my head whether that's going to be left or right once the video's been swapped around and everything in reverse. And there's a little event on the green which looks really good. There's loads of people out looking quite jazzy, and it is really lovely actually. I'm seeing so many flags. Anyway, I'm all set up with my camera now, and I'm hoping to take some photos down the road as they come round the corner. Tamsin might join me in a moment or two if she can leave the stall. I doubt anyone will be buying anything because they're all just running past. So hopefully they'll go back and they will buy loads of stuff, and then we will have some money and we might be able to go on holiday, and I will film that, and wouldn't that be nice? I'm also hoping there'll be a food stall because, as I said earlier, I have run out of toast, so I've not eaten anything yet today and I'm feeling a teeny weeny bit peckish. So Tamsin has abandoned the stall to come and join me. There she is, just in case people don't believe she's actually real.
Yogi Yogi! Hello! What do you want?
So there you go, definitive proof that Morris dancing is an actual real life thing. Anyone elsewhere in the country will hopefully believe it's real as well now. And I've just listened to a really moving speech by the local mayor, but now it is time for the important bit, as it is 12:15 in the afternoon. It's time to focus on priorities. Whenever I come to these events, I always see loads of people walking around with flags and wonder where they get them from. So if anyone's interested, it's from here.
I tell you what, I'm going to do a little song. But I normally have a nice little... Everyone on this side, I'm still standing, singing, Yogi, Yogi, Yogi!
There's no food anywhere. I'm wasting away to nothing. I'll just have to survive on beer all day. In the meantime, I'm starting to wish that I'd put some sunscreen on. Stay tuned to this channel for Chris in his lobster disguise video later. On the plus side though, my anger towards those bloomin' Scary Fury people is starting to fade a little bit, and I'm starting to feel a little bit like it's the weekend at long last. So I've popped over to the market to say hello to Tamsin, and she's just left me here to man the fort while she goes to the toilet. I have a sneaky feeling though she might go and have a look around the Pride event. So apparently the reason there are no food stalls is because they were charging £70 for a pitch, so nobody wanted to do it. I'm now across the road at the one stall in the usual Saturday market that's selling food, which is absolutely rammed. It's a real shame though, because I imagine that people will get hungry and will leave and won't come back. That's me all sausaged up now, but let me just show you there's still a huge queue for the food stall. If there'd been a proper food stall over at the Pride Festival, they would have made an absolute killing. Well, it now looks like the fire team have started up a little barbecue grill thing, so I maybe need to have a second lunch. Cheers. I should just add, look at my fancy Pride cup. I'm taking a little break after all the music, and I thought I'd just come down and have a little chat to Tamsin again, but she's too busy doing Duolingo to talk to me. So today I will be presenting with a free lettuce. Hello, lettuce. Hello. How are you today? I'm really well, thank you. Anyway, Lettuce and I are enjoying a beer at the moment and just having a bit of time in the shade because it is actually really warm, and once again I've not put sunscreen on, and once again I'm probably going to get sunburns. Time for a quick interlude and a quick advertising feature. Please can someone buy my chicken? I made him ages ago, he went on the stall. Everyone keeps calling him a yellow snowman. Nobody wants to buy him. And look at his cute little face. Please, someone buy my little chicken. There's only one left, so he is a collector's item. And he's got a little sparkly bit on his hat.
I am going to finish with this song. If you liked me, you can follow me on Instagram, Layla Z Susan.
Right, well, we've packed up at the market and now we're here for the last few acts of the day. The main acts are good, and now we've got the acts that help to show how good the previous acts were.
Tonight, and you're singing a song, thinking this is the life.
So that's me back home. It was a really good day. I do feel like I might have been a bit burnt. We had some fish and chips on the way back, which was a real treat. Tamsin decided that she didn't want me to microwave a bowl of beans for her, so yeah, fish and chips, real treat. It's now getting a bit chilly outside, so I think that might be pretty much the end of the video. I just want to say that that was a really good event. It was really sort of open and liberal, and yeah, just generally very good. It makes me think about how culture has shifted and how things have changed over the last few years. And since that time, I think I have to accept that I've probably become a lot more understanding and accepting, and hopefully a slightly better person because of it. But anyway, on that note, bye for now.